A decade ago, terror made its way through these hills. It's hard to believe that these now tranquil communities were scenes of total carnage, but they were. Jeffrey Giruwansanga lost much of his family during the genocide. Now he's helping to rebuild his country. He works for a local charity giving out animals paid for by donations from Britain.
What SAF does really is to empower survivors of genocide to live not only for today, but for tomorrow and the years to come.
Jeffrey takes us to meet one of the 3,000 families who've received goats. Jean-Claude is 19, but he's been head of this household for much of his life. He and his sister escaped the genocide. All his other relatives died. He's been the main provider and source of guidance ever since. It's not been easy, and for him the goats represent a small step towards a less precarious existence. He told me that a lot of the time he doesn't have any money for food, let alone school equipment. Having goats gives him the option of selling one for things that could make a long-term difference. So the people receiving these animals really do appreciate them, and it makes a difference to their lives. But there's no point in getting an animal if you don't know how to look after it or get the most from it. So that's why people are sent here to this training farm. The people behind me are learning how to recognize the first symptoms of a goat's illness, and it's just one of many different skills they learn here. And gaining knowledge gives these people a marketable skill that will outlive their animals.
Even when one is not having an animal, he can be a source of information in the neighborhood. Perhaps they can pay for this service if the trained person does this.
Venantia is another survivor of genocide. She's been on the training program and it's worked. From the 2 goats she started with last year, she now has a healthy family of 5. The benefits are simple but significant. Manure makes her banana trees grow better. Milk supplements a meagre diet for her and her family. And she needs good nutrition. She was raped and she's HIV positive. She told me that after the genocide she thought that everyone was her enemy. It's good to know people want to help me now, she said, but it's not a good feeling to rely on others. But what can you do? You just have to take what comes and take it with a good heart. The hope, of course, is that Venantia and others will be able to integrate with the local economy, selling their goats at markets, lifting them from a life of simple subsistence. Nobody should think that these people will leave poverty behind. They won't. This is one of the poorest countries in the world.